he knows the identity of the football club. He knows what it takes to be successful at Manchester United. So that will automatically come back in with Michael. So I know for Harry, he'll look at the likes of Messi and Ronaldo and how they performed in previous tournaments. Manchester United haven't won the Premier League for a long time, so for Bruno now is to try and get the team back to winning Premier League titles.
Hello, Ben.
Hi.
I'm Kati from ขอบสนาม First of all, you should to say hello to Thailand fans.
Hello everyone, nice to see you as well. Nice to be here.
Just say a Thai word. It's just say สวัสดีครับ
Sawadee krab.
Okay, first of all, as you know, the World Cup just passed and you know who the champ. But just as you are England legends, do you consider finishes that the England nation have finishing the third at the World Cup as a satisfactory achievement for the nation team?
Yeah, no, I think we've never finished third in the World Cup. So after winning it in 1966, this is the best World Cup we've had from that point of view. So yeah, I think there's some very good teams in the World Cup. So I think England competed. I think they could have done better in terms of performance. But I think in the whole, when you look back at it, it was a step forward from the previous World Cup. So we have to try and take the frustration out with the Argentina game and try and use this to move forward.
Look like that beyond. Do you think in this World Cup tournament this year, what do you think about the Hurricane era?
Harry Kane?
Yeah.
I think he's fantastic. I said before, I think for me, he's certainly in with a good shout to win the Ballon d'Or. And I think he's got plenty left in him. But too quick, he's still 30, I think he's maybe just turned 33. So I know for Harry, he'll look at the likes of Messi and Ronaldo and how they performed in previous tournaments. And Harry's always done well in tournaments for England. And I certainly think he can still go certainly for the next European Championships and the next World Cup.
What do you think who will be the next era, another Hurricane?
No, I think Jude's slightly different. Don't think Jude will ever score the goals that Harry Kane has scored. He's probably more similar to myself in terms of how he plays, a bit more dynamic, a bit more aggressive. So yeah, I think we hope that there's some young players coming through. We've got some good forwards who unfortunately didn't get much time on the pitch, Ollie Watkins as well. But now this is football. I think over the last 10 years, number 9s have been very difficult to find, and it's gone away from that. You're seeing false 9s, but I think over the next few years, I think the number 9 position will come back, and we will see more of a stronger number 9 and players who hold the ball up and score more goals.
Wow. That's incredible. Just finished an England nation. Just come back to the Manchester United. My biggest fans. Also, having played, okay, everyone knows you have ever played alongside with Michael Carrick. Do you believe he is now the right manager for the Manchester United, and why?
Yeah, well, I do. I think I said this last season. I said this when he first went in. I think he knows the identity of the football club. He knows what it takes to be successful at Manchester United, and it's a different role, of course, as manager. But that identity and that DNA of Manchester United has to be there. And unfortunately, that hasn't been there over the last 5 years or so. So that will automatically come back in with Michael, and he's a good coach. I think people look beyond how he is as a coach. Last season we've seen him beat Guardiola, Arteta, and he's slot at Liverpool. Beat all the best managers in short periods of time, and tactically changed the team at different times as well. So, and listen, he knows it'll be tough. I think we all know that, but managing is. But I think he's got an opportunity to try and get Manchester United back to winning trophies, major trophies. We all hope he can do that.
And what do you think? How long Michael Carrick to bring the Manchester United to be back to great again?
I don't know. It could take a number of times. I think because he's relatively young still. There's still questions there, and he hasn't done it at the top level, so there's still questions there. But I think if you put any manager in world football into Manchester United now and said, will you win the league this season? I think it'd be very difficult because there is good teams out there. I still think they've got a chance, but I think for Michael, there has to be a process and a development which happens over the next 2 or 3 years to try and get Manchester United back.
In my opinion, Bruno is the best player that we have. But do you think that he can surpass you with the thing that you have to do before?
I don't know. That's down to fans. I'm not here to compare Bruno to me or me to Bruno. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he scored a lot of goals, he's created a lot of goals. And what we hope is Bruno can lead the teams back to winning Premier League titles, because I know he'll be frustrated the same way we are as fans now. Manchester United haven't won the Premier League for a long time. So for Bruno now is to try and get the team back to winning Premier League titles. And that's not just him, that's the whole squad. It's Michael Carrick, that's the whole club environment needs to be focused on getting back.
Well, and you think Bruno have the fighting spirit that you have? Or
Yeah,
on your...
yeah, 100%. And I think he's got a real belief in himself. I think the biggest compliment I can give him is when it's been tough at Manchester United, he never misses a game. He plays every game, every minute of every game. So he doesn't shy away from difficult times. So I think he's the captain of the club, such an important player for Manchester United. So we hope that over the next few years he can, as I said, he can lead us back to being successful.
With the Casemiro leaving and United bring it, the Yuri Telemans and Andre Santos, do you think those signings are enough to fill the gap and improve the midfield? And the rumor reports, what do you think United should be the last jigsaw?
You know, I think Tielemans and Santos, Tielemans is a good player, experienced player, captain of Belgium. And Santos is a good young player who has still got to prove himself. So I think the two good signings. Having Dirk, because I think that we needed more numbers in the midfield to go alongside Kobe Mainoo. And yeah, I think potentially the centre-back position and I certainly think having another number 9 to have competition for places and easing the burden on us, Sesko or Mbuno or Cunha, I think will help. So yeah, I think we need more players. I think whether that's in every department, defence, midfield and attack.
And the last question, I want to ask your opinion. Please prediction which the players will Manchester United finish in Premier League in this season, and what about UCL, FA, Carabao Cup? Will they win a trophy?
Yeah, we've got enough in the squad to win a trophy. So, but I think for Manchester United is trying to sustain the position and staying in the Champions League this year would be a good achievement, I think. And then if you can add a trophy to that, I think that would be great. I think the club's still turning the corner of rebuilding it and trying to get back to the top. So I think to win a trophy and get Champions League football this season is a realistic challenge.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.